Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything that this week has to offer. This is my weekly watch list video. Towards the end, I'm going to, share with you a couple of stocks that I have on watch. But, before I do that, there's a lot of important things to go over as earnings season is kicking off. I know we all love earnings season. This gets a lot of money circulating the market, a lot of big institutions, hedge funds, account managers, traders have been waiting to see what the earnings look like. There's going to be a lot of eyes on the earnings. And we're going to kick off with the financials, the banks. We're going to see the airlines this week. And the banks, they don't usually do very well during earnings, but it's what they're going to say, I think, going forward, because they're so closely tied to the Fed and to the Treasury yield and interest rates. So, a lot of people are going to be focused on the banks this week to see what they have to say. And then the economic calendar. I want to go over all the important data that we're going to see this week. There's some really big inflation data that is going to be on Wednesday with the consumer price index. And then also on Wednesday, the Fed is releasing the minutes from their September 21st and 22nd meeting. These are things that a lot of investors are going to be really examining to see about the taper, interest rates. These things move markets, and that's why we like to know when they're going to happen. I'm going to show you, the times and the dates for that kind of stuff. And then on Friday, we're going to see the retail sales. So we'll go over that. I'll show you all that. And then before I get to my picks, I'm going to go over the three big indexes and the technical analysis and where I see the market going. It is so important to be trading with the overall market, right? You want to be taking, if you trade options, you want to be taking call options when the market is behind your back and the trend is up. If the trend is going down, well, if you take call options, a lot of stocks will follow the overall market. So that might not be a great idea. A lot of people will also trade the indexes, options on the SPY, on the Qs. So, all of that is really important to know where market direction looks like it's going. So I'm going to go over the technical analysis that I see. And just because I see it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it gives our community and our subscribers here on the channel better probability instead of just going in blind. You have to have a plan. So we're going to go over all that with you guys. Now, I'm going to start here with what I think is super important, trading in a community. I have a Discord here. You're more than welcome to come join us. We have a lot of traders in here, and it is probably the most fun I've ever had is trading in this community. Trading is a lonely business. You're behind your computer, you're with the charts, it is what it is. Now, if you're in a chat room like this, people are bouncing ideas left and right, different strategies, calling out stocks that are ripping up. It's just a lot of fun. So if you want to join, here you go. This is the information here. The link is in the description. And let's start with what I said. The earnings, whoops, did I do that right? Bear with me one moment. Okay, here you go. This is the earnings for the week, okay? We're going to see the banks, like I said. You know, we're going to just have to wait and see what they report, because I have a feeling that a lot of it is going to be tied with the tapering of bonds and the interest rates. And we're also going to see how, you know, they see their customers, because a lot of these big banks have consumer credit cards and, you know, mortgages and all this stuff. And the trading desks that a lot of these big banks have, to see how they did in the market overall. So, you know, right here, you can see on Thursday, we have Citibank, Morgan Stanley, US Bank Corp, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, which is a very good stock. And then on Friday, Goldman Sachs. And, you know, you can see here on Wednesday, JP Morgan and Delta, BlackRock. You know, so these are the earnings. It kicks off, like I said, with the banks, and it only gets, oh, and you have Domino's here too on Thursday. They wanted to throw some pizza in there. So, you know, we're going to start here. I think a lot of attention is going to be on this earnings season, as, you know, where the overall market is going to be headed, because the market really needs to see, because we're at very high valuations. Even with the pullback we saw, these stocks are still valued very high, and, you know, earnings are going to have to be proven. Now, you know, we'll just have to wait and see, obviously, but those are, you know, what we're going to be looking at this week. And then, like I said, the economic calendar starting on Wednesday, because Monday is a holiday. Tuesday, there was really nothing going on, but Wednesday, inflation, okay? The consumer price index, these are going to move markets. How has inflation been? I know where I am, you know, in the Northeast, inflation has been horrendous, okay? I don't care if it's transitory or not. It is costing each household, I think they said $175 per month in extra expenses on food, fuel, housing, you name it. I mean, the costs are going up. So, you know, that's on Wednesday. Thursday is the producer price index, you know, more of the inflation data. And then on Friday, retail sales. So, you know, on Friday, we're going to see if it's a weaker number, because consumers may have spent more money on services instead of actually buying goods. So, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see what they said. Also, Labor Day was the end of the unemployment benefit, the $300 extra people were getting. So that's all going to be in this month. The numbers, where did people save their money? Where did they spend it? We'll find out on Friday for that. So that is that. Now we can get into the actual charts, because this is what we want to see. Technical analysis. Learn it, love it, live it. So we're going to start with the S&P 500. I like to look at the daily chart. And what I have up here is the 200 moving average. I have the 20 EMA, and I have the 50 moving average. And obviously I have the RSI down here. Now, something I noticed is the RSI, when we pushed up here, okay, this last push up, the RSI had trouble getting over that 50 level, okay? It couldn't get over it here. It could barely get over it here. And then we sold off again. What I see when I look at this is pretty clear. So hang on a second. This is what I see. That's the trend, right? Lower highs. And we also have right here, lower lows. This is a downtrend. We had a not the best looking candle here on Thursday. And a lot of people, it ran basically right up to the 50 moving average. This hit a wall. And then on Friday, we had a very, not a good close at all. As you can see, this candle closed almost at its low. To me, okay, now I'm just talking about from a technical point of view. We are not out of the woods yet, okay? We just aren't. You can see here with the 20 EMA, this has been a very clear area that price has had a tough time staying over. We closed over it barely on Thursday and then went right back under it on Friday. There's a long way down here. If you're talking about making another lower low, because that's the type of pattern we're in, I mean, you can come down to almost the 200 moving average. So, and that would be roughly around that 10% correction area. We are not out of the woods yet. We did have a good bounce back week, after the bad Monday. But that being said, we only almost cleared step one. We have to hold the 20 EMA, and then we're going to have to start to break this trend. So that's the S&P 500. I see further downside with it. The RSI does not look good to me. The chart doesn't look good to me for the bullish side. We're making lower highs, and we're making lower lows. That is not a good pattern if you're bullish. Looking at the NASDAQ, this is the same thing. The 20 EMA on the daily chart is the resistance area. This candle right here on Thursday, not a good candle. We closed well off the highs, and then on Friday, we closed at the lows. That's not great to see, okay? And also, I mean, this is another one where it's, kind of clear as day here. This is making lower highs, lower lows. We did bounce off of this trend line that we have. This is a long-term trend line. We did bounce off it. And that's why, people started to get really excited about the growth stocks in the tech market because, obviously the NASDAQ is all the tech stocks. We bounced off it. Let's see, where we go. I need to start to see this 20 EMA broken and held, okay? And then this downtrend line, I need to see that broken and held. And then eventually we're going to hit our head on the 50 moving average. This is a very well-respected indicator here. The 50 moving average on the daily chart is something a lot of traders look at. So you have some headwinds and the 10-year treasury. If that keeps going up, you're going to have a lot of headwinds ahead for the NASDAQ market. So, I hate to sound so bearish here, but until things change, we are in a downward trend. It's just the way it is. I hope that does not offend too many people that are bullish, because I am inherently bullish. I am, but I listen to the charts. This is not telling me that we are in a bull market right now. I mean, the overall market obviously is bullish. You get a correction that is totally normal. I would love to see a 10% correction and then a rally again for year end. That would be amazing to see. Will it happen? I don't know. But what we did call out on our last video for the weekly watch list was we were at the bottom of this little channel here with the, this is the Dow Jones Industrial. What I did call was a possible push up to the top. That is what happened. So, you know, last week's technicals on the market did play out as it was called. Now we did hit our head on the 50 moving average. We are at the top of this channel. Are we going to pull back? I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm just showing you guys the technicals. The Dow has held up much better because, you know, once interest rates get risen, right? Once they raise them, the 10-year treasury bonds go up. Value stocks and the reopening stocks that make up all the industrials and the stocks that make up this group will hold up in a market like that, especially if they pass an infrastructure bill. That would be great for the industrial average. So, you know, this has held up much better than, you know, the rest of the stocks, like the tech stocks and all those other ones, the high flyers. So the high growth stocks have not done very well when treasury yields go up. It's just the opposite happens. Okay, so let's go over, we went over where the market direction looks like it's going. You know, to me, I need to see some things break to get bullish. What I'm looking at then, until it happens, is SQQQ. So this is an inverse, a triple leveraged inverse ETF that goes up when the NASDAQ market goes down. So if you can see here, we are in a very obvious uptrend. And we are in a very good spot to get involved for the next leg up. As you can see, higher lows. Let's see if I can make this a little better. We got higher lows and higher highs right here. Any day now. And then right here. All right, so, you know, this is making its way up, a nice stair step up. We broke the previous day's candle. This is a bullish engulfing candle off of a trend line. This looks very good to me for a run up to $10, $11. So that's the SQQQ. It goes up when the NASDAQ goes down. Another stock that I have on watch is NEO. Okay, so NEO right here. Just going to look at this trend line. We have a trend line here going all the way back to June. Okay, could not break it. It finally broke it, but then hit its head on 36.60. This is a clear area that used to be support. So you had support here. You had support here. Also right here. And then it was resistance, 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 resistance. If 36.60 can break, or 37, you know, around this area, we did break the trend line. If this can break, you know, NEO can definitely get going. There is a lot of overhead supply. Yes, there definitely is. But there was a lot of selling that already took place in this stock. So if you did have bag holders, you know, when it was hitting these levels, especially when it went under 34, there was a lot of selling that took place. So, you know, if we do break this level, this could provide a nice trade. So, you know, NEO's definitely going to be on my watch. And another one, actually, I want to go over this one we called. Really nice call from last week. In last week's video, I noticed that once we broke this 52 level, we started to do this consolidation, stair step consolidation, and then another breakout of the 200 moving average. Well, that is exactly what happened. So if you took this trade, you had a terrific week. That was on our last video. I like to call out, you know, sometimes when these call outs do very well, that is one of these times. So, you know, GM on a pullback, you know, I wouldn't buy it now. It's too extended. But on a pullback, GM going forward, this can really, really start to go, because what they said in their during their investor day was actually really, really good. So that's going to be one that I'm going to have on watch for a while. Now, another one, AMC. Look at the way this thing is setting up. So if you're bullish AMC, this is looking really, really nice. It's consolidating here for the potential break up to, let's see, I'm just going to extend this because I'm going to want this extended on my charts. So we're at $37. We went down 2.5% on Friday. Let's see. I mean, we're at the bottom of this trend line. If we can break the 50 moving average and the 20 and the psychological level of 40, we have room then up to 45. That would be the previous, you know, downtrend resistance line would be around that 45 area. That's a big percent move if the buying steps up and we can break these levels. So far, these indicators, so far, we have not been able to break and hold the 50 and the 20 EMA. I want to see these broken. If we can break out above this, over 40, you know, maybe a bounce off of this trend line, you know, we all know what AMC has done in the past. This is still consolidating in a tight area. We're still in an uptrend here. So AMC is still very much in play. This will be on my watch list for a break of possibly 40 this week. That would be excellent. So I think that's going to do it for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I try to get a lot of information out, you know, at once. These videos can go on a little long. It's a lot of talking. I run out of breath sometimes, but all the information you're getting is obviously unedited. It's right off of my head into your ears. So it's almost like you were sitting here next to me and I was just talking to you the whole time. You know, go back if you have to, watch some of these videos, watch the technical analysis I do. You know, that's the way that we trade. Trading with technicals and fundamentals is, you know, really important to know the both of them. So that's it. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and continue to follow the channel. A lot of exciting things coming up for the channel going forward. Also, come check out our Discord. This is a great trading community. I highly recommend it. And that's it. So I'll see you guys back. I hope everybody has a great weekend. See you guys bright and early Monday morning. Take care, guys.